Child Care Video Magazine is a presentation of the California Department of Education's Child Development Division
and Far West Laboratory, Center for Child and Family Studies.
In this video, we've asked child care professionals to help us illustrate the importance of getting in tune with infants and toddlers. Some scenes have been staged. In the day-to-day give and take of child care, children and their caregivers relate in a way that looks a lot like a dance. The child leads. The caregiver picks up the rhythm and follows. Sometimes it's just a little thing that makes the difference. A gentle touch, a tiny movement. A dance like this can be one of the deepest expressions of love and respect a child can receive. It builds trust. It instills confidence and creates feelings of love. When a caregiver reads and responds to a child's messages with sensitivity, the child's hunger to be understood is satisfied. He learns, I am someone who is paid attention to. What I want is important. He develops feelings of self-worth. He feels his power. But the dance doesn't always go smoothly. When we get out of step, when we dance only to our own tune, when we ignore the child's rhythm, when we dance too fast, when we force, we give a different message to the child. We've all seen infants fall apart when they realize that they aren't getting through.
You're going to be awful cranky if you don't eat this food.
And you may become frustrated too.
Look at all the other kids are eating their food, Rose.
It means so much to have a sensitive caregiver. Infants need caring, loving adults to help them through the rough spots. But how do you get in tune? How do you learn what young children are saying, what they want, what they're asking of you? How do you become a caregiver who can understand children's messages and respond appropriately? Sometimes when a caregiver is in tune, it doesn't look like she's doing anything special.
You put the hat on?
But looks can be deceiving. This caregiver is respectful.
Oh, Elena.
She lets the children set the pace.
It's a big hat. Because she doesn't want it on.
She recognizes feelings.
You know, put it on your hat.
She receives rather than takes.
You want me to put it on? Let's see. How does that look? Kind of funny.
She offers
You wanna
rather
put it on
than
your
forces. She's in tune.
Put it on your head.
Let's go back and take a closer look at this same action.
And put it on Elena. Oh, Elena. Whoa. It's a big hat. Guess she doesn't want it on.
Jill knows that Elena doesn't want the hat on the second time, and may even become upset if that happens.
Are you going to put it on your head?
By saying to Ya Ting, "Are you going to put it on your head?" she stops Ya Ting's approach to Elena.
You want me to put it on?
At the same time, she's sensitive to Ya Ting's interest. She allows her to continue playing with the hat, but substitutes herself for Elena.
Kind of funny.
Jill is in tune,
to put it
and
on
it
your
didn't
head?
just happen. She prepared herself.
So we put it on your head?
There are 4 things to do to prepare yourself to get in tune. Study child development. Get to know your families. Develop self-awareness. Learn to be responsive. A working knowledge of normal infant-toddler development is a good place to start. Children, particularly those under 3, keep growing and changing. They learn, they adapt, and they develop new preferences. That's Jacob in the red pants when he was about 8 months old. And here he is, a little less than a year later. Clearly, he's developed a lot during that year. Learning about development will help you know what to expect of children at different ages and stages. For instance, around 7 to 12 months, most infants start to show distress when left with a stranger. This is normal and doesn't mean that there's something wrong with the stranger, the child, or with you. Around age 2, an increase in resistance and no-saying is common. Sometimes the child resists just to resist, even though it might prove uncomfortable. Don't take these signs of growing independence personally. They are normal.
Let's go and sit on the potty, okay?
No.
In a diaper?
No.
Let's try sit on the potty.
No. No.
You don't want to sit on the potty?
No.
All children go through these and other developmental stages. It's extremely helpful for caregivers to know how all children are similar. And it's just as important to study how children differ. For instance, children are born with temperamental differences. They're born with individual rhythms and styles, their own way of facing the world. Some tend to be harder to please than others. Some have a hard time settling down. Some tend to be cautious. Some move slowly,
What are you saying?
and others are more active. Studying about temperament helps you understand and accept important differences in children.
I said, Grandma, you want Melissa to say hello? Wondering how things are going and what things have changed.
You also need to learn from the families of the children you serve. It's crucial to talk with family members, to ask them about their child-rearing practices and culture.
I'm not giving him any meats yet. I want to keep him off from meats, but he's eating a lot of fruits and cereal in the morning. He's having 3 meals.
After all, you can't make infants feel at home if you don't know something about their life at home.
But his sleeping hours are a little bit, off because.
And if you have the chance, get to know the communities that are home to your children. Communities tell a lot about family life. What you learn about the families and the communities of the children you serve How you prepare outside of care will help you better understand and respond to the messages of the children in your care. How you respond to the children is also influenced by your own personal feelings. We all have emotional hot spots and blind spots. One common hot spot is fear. We stage this scene to illustrate the impact of a caregiver's fear.
Watch out, you're gonna fall! You scared me, Annalise.
Of course, children need caregivers who are concerned for their safety. But this caregiver's fear got in the way. Watch what happens when the caregiver waits before she acts on her fears.
Your turn.
She takes a little time to watch what is happening with the children. The children appear calm and confident, but even so, she's a little nervous.
Do you need some help?
She has learned that her overprotectiveness can actually make the children fearful and less confident. So she quietly takes a position nearby and asks if they need help. Not at this moment, anyway. She's not letting her own fear throw off their rhythm. She's getting in tune. An oversensitivity to fear is just one of the common hotspots that can throw a relationship off key. You may be sensitive to something else. How does the angry child make you feel? Or fighters? Or an active child? Or a child who won't be comforted? These are all common hotspots. When we are working with children, we don't always pay enough attention to how we are feeling. One way to be more aware of how you feel is to take time. Step back. Watch yourself in action. This will help you make sure that your actions are really right for the children. It will also help you notice how the children are responding to what you're doing. Sometimes it's useful to get feedback from someone else. Another caregiver may have some suggestions for different ways to handle things. But whether you do this on your own or call in help from a friend, an awareness of how your feelings affect the children in your care is another key to getting in tune. What you know about yourself will help you understand and be responsive to the children and families you work with. Being responsive to children can be broken down into just 3 steps that make it easier to remember. Watch, ask, adapt. You can start the responsive process by spending some time watching infants. Watching is critical to understanding infants, and you really have to watch everything, as nationally known infant psychologist Jeree Paul explains.
With infants, we have to pay particular attention to all of the channels of communication that are available. And that means, I think, for example, of Barry Brazelton saying, if you really want to know how a baby feels, watch his feet. And that's cute, but it's also true, and it also means you can't only just watch his feet, you're going to have to watch everything else. And if you really pay attention to all of those modes of expression that are available to a baby, you're going to be able to receive a message. And it is often going to be a message about how that baby feels and really telling you something that you can listen to.
Give them your full attention so you're open to their messages. See if you can read their glances, facial expressions, and the sounds they make. The next step in the responsive process is asking what the child's actions, or lack of actions, means. What's he trying to tell you?
Open. Okay.
If it seems strange to think of asking an infant to tell you something, here's what another prominent infant expert told us about the importance of finding out what babies have to say.
I go as far as asking the baby, the 2-week-old baby or younger, well, I see you seem to be unhappy. What can I do? I don't know what makes you unhappy, but I want to learn it.
Open. Want me to open it? No. Okay.
By asking, you invite the baby to give you an answer, to be a partner. You see, I don't believe that we know better what a baby needs or how to be a baby than that baby. So I want to learn from an infant rather than teach the infant.
And you never really know about an infant once and for all. You have to keep asking, because she can shift her interest from one moment to the next. So no matter how well you know the child, there's always the chance that she's changed, that you may not know what she likes or is like at this particular moment. That's why asking is so important.
The scarf. Pretty scarf.
With practice, watching and asking becomes second nature, part of what you do when you're with children. Watching and asking will help you adapt, to read the child and respond appropriately. Miranda is looking at Quita with interest. Quita knows that Miranda loves to have songs sung to her, so Quita starts out singing one of Miranda's favorite songs.
Right. How about the wheels on the bus?
But is Miranda as enthused as she usually is about the singing? It appears not. Quita tries another song, but keeps on watching to see if she should continue.
Wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. Oh, the wheels on the bus go round and round, all over town.
When Miranda reaches for the book, she looks to Quita to see what Quita will do. Quita adapts. She stops singing and turns her attention to the book. She's getting in tune with Miranda.
What's that? Apple? Apple, yum. Oh, wow. What's that? What are those? Babies. Babies. Yeah.
After a while, Miranda begins to lose interest in the book. What next? She picks up a ball and again looks at Quita, this time with a playful message. Quita, getting even more in tune, reflects Miranda's emotions. She adapts to Miranda's new interest and attitude, joining her in a game with the ball.
You want me to get it? Yeah? Okay. I'll get it.
Now she's watching, asking, and adapting all at the same time. She dances through the responsive process. Quita has become more deeply in tune with Miranda. Their dance is lively and playful, and more important than that, satisfying to both of them. we relate to infants and toddlers, who we are deep inside, and what we know about children, families, and culture all influence our ability to get in tune with children. For it to happen in group care, caregivers need to prepare in a balanced way. Part study, part learning about one's emotional blind spots and hot spots, and part mastering how to watch, ask, and adapt gracefully. The caregiver who understands the importance of these basic tasks of her profession is a lot like the gardener who creates a place where each variety of flower gets the individual attention it needs to grow and to bloom. For the children, this means that they are lucky enough to have been blessed with a sensitive and loving friend who is helping them to blossom emotionally.
Do the Incy Wincy spider? Can you do that, Miranda? The Incy Wincy spider went up the water spout. Where's the spider? Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the Incy Wincy spider went up the spout again. All right. How about the frog? Want to do the frog song? Where's your tongue? Where's your tongue? Ah, let me see your tongue. Alum went the little green frog one day. Alum went the little green frog. I see it. Alum went the little green frog one day, and his eyes went all right, all right.